Let's have a look at the KMR S-02. This is quite a hefty gun. This is a big gun. Definitely a quality gun. It has a long barrel, 6-inch barrel, has a long sight radius. It is based on, well, somebody corrected me when I said it was based on the Shadow, the CC Shadow, and I was corrected too. It's based on the Tactical Sports. Anyways, you can see that the resemblance to the Shadow and the CC Tactical Sports guns is huge. I believe the people making this one actually stems from CC, and we can see that the magazines here can be used with the CC75, SP01, CC Shadow 2. So it definitely resembles CC Shadow kind of guns. Very nicely made frame, really nicely made slide. You can see the front end here, while nicely made, it makes the maintenance a little trickier on this gun. When taking it apart, cleaning it, this comes in the way. It's tightened, secured to the barrel, and it makes the cleaning of this gun a little more tedious than it could have been if you could just take the gun apart and take the barrel out, clean it, and be done with it. But you have to take it out. You have to remove this front end and clean it. I would suggest not doing that. Just taking the slide and taking the barrel off the gun and clean it as is while it is still attached to the slide. You don't have to do that kind of maintenance on this gun at a regular basis, I believe, at least. The magazines being plastic, I like them quite a lot. I believe, or polymer, I believe polymer magazines have a place in handguns. They will last a long time. Glock has polymer magazines. Hammerly has polymer magazines. We shoot Hammerly a lot. And the Hammerly guns, they actually use up the magazine. The magazines wear out, and we need to replace the magazines on the Hammerly at a regular basis. But I don't see that kind of problem being an issue here. It's a really nice gun. It has quite a nice balance. It's a really flat shooting gun. When you start shooting it, it's really easy to keep on point, to keep on target. It has really nice aluminum cut grips, grip plates. It has really aggressive stippling in the front of the grip. Also has really aggressive stippling on the rear. So they really, when you put the hand on the gun, you can really feel it. It cuts into the hand, both in the rear here and in the front beneath the trigger guard. Really cuts in, and you get a really secure grip when firing this gun. It's easy to manipulate. This is a light slide. You can see here that we have brought out some other recoil springs. There are 3 springs in the gun when it's shipped, and we can see here that we have a blue one. The blue is for subsonic ammunition. If you fire subsonic ammunition, you need a lighter spring. The red one here, being beefier, is for high velocity ammunition. And then the spring that's installed is a medium recoil spring for standard ammunition. When this gun was new, brand new, it had some malfunctions. We kind of believe it's related to the ammunition, because we shoot a lot of CCI standard, which is not a high velocity round by any means. It's standard, or goes into the subsonic realm when it comes to the power here. You can see it's at 326 meters or 1070 FPS, so it's a really light kind of ammunition. And we have had some issues here. The owner has had a lot of issues, but we have had a lot of issues with much of the CCI standard ammunition that we have had lately. This lot here seems to work. This is the one of the better ones. We have had several lots of ammunition that has not worked, and we had a lot of issues with this gun. The weight of the gun makes it, for me at least, have very little muzzle flip. It does not tend to move too much when firing it, but there is some movement to the slide when shooting. It has some really nice polymer front sights here, easy to pick up when you transition from target to target. It's a really nice sight picture. You can see the rear sight is not as nice as the front sight. It's just a black rear sight. It doesn't matter. We shoot when it's very good lighting, so it doesn't matter. We can see the rear sight very well. Trigger on this gun it breaks really cleanly, and you can see that after the round is fired, there's barely any movement. So when the shot goes off, there is no movement at all. Trigger has nowhere to go. Really nice trigger. Now the pricing on this gun is probably around $1,500 or so. I think it's worth it. Is it a better gun in every perceivable way than the Beretta 87? Probably. It is a more expensive gun, so it should be. This is probably a better gun for most people to shoot. It has a better trigger. It also has a better front sight. It has a perfectly fine sight radius, perfectly fine weight distribution here. Very nice grip, very easy to get a good grip, and the gun stays in your hand the way you put it. Doesn't go anywhere. So this is a perfectly fine gun for most everybody, and new shooters also. Other guns that compete with this one would be probably the Hammerly XS, probably some guns from Volkwartsen. But I don't know. I enjoy shooting this gun. I really do. I really do. We tried this gun with a thumb rest. The thumb rest was taken from a 9mm caliber gun, and the gun with a thumb rest can be seen here. Some versions where you can see the thumb rest. The thumb rest didn't do too much for the controllability of the gun. This is a really controllable gun anyways. It actually made it harder to take the gun apart. It came in contact with the slide release here, so the thumb rest was removed for this video at least. You can still load the gun with the thumb rest on, but it gets in the way of the slide release. Magazines are easy to load. You can use this protrusion here on the magazine to depress the spring. All in all, I really enjoyed shooting this gun. We don't know how well this gun will hold up over time, but I cannot really see anything that should break on the gun. Cannot see how any of the parts should deteriorate or break. Other than the break-in period, I don't see why this gun should not function for the several years to come. Really nice gun to shoot. When you get started shooting, you really just want to keep on going. We are here at about 11, 12 meters, maybe 12 yards, maybe. Really nice gun to shoot. We will take it apart, clean it, to see how that goes. Nice gun, KMR S-02. Let's see how this one goes. I was frequently shooting at this first target. This is the biggest target. I can see that the way the gun is aimed, I shoot a little high to the right. Here also, did not take my time especially much with this target. Also this target, I was moving from one target to the other. I find it so easy to transition from one target to the other, and we are still now shooting at 11 meters, 12 yards, something like that.